What's up YouTube, Brownie here, coming to you with another video, and today we're going to take a look at the second boss in Star Expedition. We're going to take our SSM in there and see if we can't do some big damage. I currently average in the E14s against this boss, so what I really want to do is try to break the E15 mark and just see if it's possible. It should be, because I finally have like the cores that I needed, and yeah, it's a better team now because I just have more power. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I just have more power and more resources, and the cores that I needed. So let's take a look at the runes we're going to be using, and then I'll go show you the team and the setup and why we use what we use. So first we got the Carl's full Carl set. So we have the 4-piece Carl set, which says increases damage dealt to bled enemies by 75% when basic attacks and active skills crit. It additionally bleeds the enemies. So Queen's not the only one that's going to be putting bleeds out, and that's going to be a huge bonus for us in case she dies. We don't lose all our extra damage. And yeah, that's and then the other two pieces are Osis, and you can tailor these to, give you whatever extra stats you need. Like, I wanted some extra precision and crit damage, so that's why I chose the runes I chose. I did get this, and I haven't used it yet, but tonight I'll use it and see if we can't find a setup for it to work. I don't know. It's nothing like a sacrifice rune, so yeah, there's that. And yeah, let's hop out and take a look at the team, the actual team now. So we'll go to formations here. There's Star Expedition. So this is the team I'm actually using. Notice there's no Ignis or anything like that. I can't put Olivia in here. Heartwatcher definitely can't. Olivia, maybe in the future I could do her, but I need to get I'd have to get a strong copy, and I'd have to give her a home and everything. It's just going to be very difficult for her to survive, and I don't want to put the resources into that. So anyway, what you're going to want to do is have mirrors on your slowest support heroes. So as many mirrors as you have, that's what you want, because mirrors provide energy after the boss has already energy drained your highest attack hero. So at the beginning of the round, you'll get energy, and that could give you an active. I only have 2 mirrors, so that's why I have Demon Bells on the other guys, and that's so that when they do actually get an active off, Mockman gets energy. And he's, of course, running Antlers Cane, and I have speed on him because I needed him to go second. And yeah, that's about it, I think. Oh, we're using the bleed pet. In the attempts that I did in this video that I'm going to show you, I used the poison pet because I just wanted to see if the combination of the poison pet and then the bleed damage and stuff from Carl's would be better. And yeah, so it was about even, honestly. I didn't really notice too much of a difference, but tonight I'm going to do more attempts with the bleed pet and just see if it's any better, see if I can't max out higher. Then we have mark removal, because the boss puts out a curse of decay, and removing that is good. Let's see what else. I think, the Elena. We're running the Elena core because it's going to reduce the rounds that my enemies, or that my allies, are CC'd by 1. So at the end of it's basically like running Cause, except you don't get attack for every time you remove remove a CC. And yeah, but other than that, it's like Cause, or it's like turning all your heroes into Amun-Ra, because she has -1 rounds of being CC'd, and that means she usually doesn't have to run something like CC Purify. So that's why we run the Elena core, because we're not running Cause anymore. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's go hop in and take a look at these fights and see what kind of damage we get. Alright, and here we are with boss 2. He's a scary looking fella. A little bit scarier than the first boss, and he can really put a hurting on your heroes early. Like, talking round 2, round 3, he can just knock out half your team sometimes. It's not a lot of fun when that happens, but it's important to get your shields built up as fast as possible, so you want to have enough block that you're, getting them shields out. But other than that, look, you can see how everybody's getting CC'd, and at the end of the round, all the CC disappears because Elena's core is doing its job. That's the reason why we run Elena's core, and that allows us to run the Carl runes, which gives us the standard, the set 75% damage increase against bled targets. Plus, we're getting the pet actives and stuff, so it's just going to keep compounding on top of each other, especially if you're using the bleed pet. Now, these attempts are with the poison pet because I wanted to see if the synergy with Freya and the poison pet would, kind of compound on top of each other, but it worked. It did okay, but I want to try the bleed pet, the wolf, tonight, and with my other attempts. Now, something for you SSM users that are doing this second boss here. One of the problems you're gonna possibly run into is Mockman not switching his stance back to the offensive stance by round 15, and that's due to all the dodging that can possibly happen. Because if he dodges the boss's attack, he won't get a stack for stance switches, and it can be very frustrating and very annoying when that happens because you need that last switch to get the big damage numbers with Mockman. That's where all the damage happens. If you get around 15 active with Mockman and in this setup, it can quadruple your damage output. It's so crazy. I don't really understand why it's so drastic, but the difference, if you had 2 attempts and one of them worked out perfectly where his switches were, he switches in round 13, gets 3 actives off in 13, 14, and 15, that attempt versus one where he got an early switch and got actives off in round 11, 12, and 13, the damage difference is massive. It's so big, and it's actually kind of crazy. So here we're getting around 13 switch, and hopefully this is a big active. I hope it's not small because I don't know if he'll get another active. There's not enough energy feed. Oh, we got minimum chases. That's rough. That's so rough. And then we lost Ilamac, which is no big deal, but yeah, that kind of sucks because we weren't able to get around 15 active, and this is where mirrors would come in huge for us. So there's 3.9 E15, so that's on the low end for us. Not really the best. We're gonna do another attempt here, but we're only gonna watch maybe a round or 2, then we'll skip and see what the damage numbers are, because I don't want to put you guys through a whole nother fight. But yeah, the RNG of Mockman's stance switches can really affect your Star Expedition damage, and I wouldn't recommend starting him in the front row because he'll probably only get 1 switch off, and that's just no good. The second boss, with depending on your team, because I use Elena for example, so she's giving me a lot more dodge than just having Freya on my team, and that's why it can sometimes be a problem for my Mockman to get a switch off in time. And my first attempt, I didn't get a switch. I stayed in my defensive stance from round 5 to round 15 because I kept dodging the attacks. So yeah, that can be an issue for Mockman users, so just keep that in mind and maybe adjust your team for that. But let's see what we get here. And there it is, we broke the E15 mark, 1.4 E15. So yeah, that was That was a pretty good attempt, I guess. He must have gotten proper timing on his switches and all that stuff and got actives at the right time. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do one more attempt, see if we can't break the barrier again. We'll skip this one too, just so you guys don't have to sit here and watch. But all right, let's see. Come on. Watch a couple actives. Let the fight go for a little bit, and now we'll probably skip here. Yeah, we lost Ilamaca and Elena, but we still got 9.7 E14. That's actually really impressive considering we lost Elena and Ilamac in round 2. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the boss number 2 for the Star Expedition, and me using that Mockman. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.